There's a moment every investor faces that changes everything. A moment when the numbers look good, the story seems right, the opportunity almost shouts at you to say yes. Then something deep inside just says no. This isn't about cold spreadsheets or pitch decks stacked with buzzwords. It's about gut, instinct, that unmistakable sense that no matter how good it looks, there's a crack in the foundation. And walking away from a $10 million deal? That's not just a business decision. It's a statement, a stand, a battle against everything easy, comfortable, and safe. You know that feeling, right? The pressure to say yes when your mind screams maybe. When the entire room is leaning in, the emails are piling up, and the FOMO is almost unbearable. Everyone wants you in. Everyone sees the upside. And yeah, the upside is real. But you're not just anyone. You're supposed to know better. To see beyond the glitter, beyond the hype. Because let's be honest, the world of venture capital is littered with stories of deals that look shiny, but were traps. Traps for the naive, the overambitious, or those who forgot to listen to the quiet voice inside. That voice, the one telling you to pause, reassess, dig deeper, is often drowned out by the noise. The noise of fear, greed, ego, expectations. It's brutal. It's relentless. And it's why so many investors get burned, not just in their wallets, but in their very soul. Because investing is more than money. It's about trust, vision, and the courage to stand against the tide when everything screams conformity. Walking away from a deal like that? It's standing up to the system that rewards obedience and punishes those who dare to question. Here's the raw truth. Deals don't fail because of spreadsheets. They fail because someone ignored the red flags hiding beneath the surface gloss. Maybe it's the founder who can't look you in the eye, or whose passion feels rehearsed, not real. Maybe it's the traction that's all smoke and mirrors, or the market that's just not ready for the scale those numbers promise. Or maybe it's something intangible, a vibe you can't package, a gut check that rules out the entire deal. The problem is, that invisible whisper to step back gets muted by all these forces trying to pull you forward. Greed is the loudest. Greed, mixed with the fear of missing out on the next big thing. It's the ultimate trap. Once you fall into it, you're no longer investing with your head and heart aligned. You're chasing an illusion, a mirage dressed up as opportunity. But here's what breaks the cycle. Waking up to this and refusing to be part of the noise. What if the key wasn't in chasing every deal that looks promising on paper, but in ruthlessly vetting every angle that paper can't show you? What if the real power wasn't in saying yes, but in believing so fiercely in your judgment that you walk away, even if the world says you're crazy? Because walking away isn't failure. It's strength. Strength most investors don't dare to show because it feels so vulnerable, so risky. And that's exactly what separates the signal from the noise. The investors who embrace this power don't just survive, they redefine the game. They understand that money follows clarity, not confusion. That true opportunity isn't the one everyone is rushing toward, but the one that aligns with deep understanding, patience, and a readiness to say no. Getting here means breaking free from the deal fever syndrome. It's a mindset shift bigger than any pitch. It means wanting less noise and more essence. It means honing the ability to question everything, to view every word, every graph, every metric through the lens of skeptical curiosity. Because the successful investor's weapon isn't just capital, it's clarity and courage. If this hits close, if the tension inside grows every time a hot deal lands on your desk, you're not alone. The truth is, a lot of investors feel chained by expectations and rules that don't serve them. They feel like the playbook says always invest, but their soul screams, trust the instincts. And the clash is exhausting. Every investor who ever got stuck in that grind understands the pain of false compromises, the lost energy, the jittery second guessing, the creeping doubt that you somehow missed what was right in front of you. But there's a way out. It comes through discipline. A discipline to strip everything down to the core question. Is this real? Not in a spreadsheet sense, but in a human one. Do you believe this founder, this idea, this market enough to step into the unknown with everything on the line? If the answer isn't a hard yes, the answer is no. Not maybe. Not later. No. Here's what many never hear but need to. Quality investing isn't volume investing. It's a relentless filter. A skill sharpened by saying no 10 times more than yes. It's focused on the few deals that matter, the founders who ignite that fire inside, the markets where the future is waiting, not the present that everyone else is scrambling for. And that $10 million? Walking away from it wasn't a missed opportunity. It was a statement about the kind of investor who refuses to settle. Someone who knows that capital is temporary but integrity and vision last forever. Someone who understands that the real investment isn't the money thrown at a deal, but the time, the energy, and the belief poured into moments that truly move the needle. What if more investors started to think this way? What if the industry shifted from chasing the hype to chasing reality? From investing in quantity to investing in transformation? This isn't fantasy. It's already happening within those who dare to question, to break the mold, and to listen to the quiet voice that says, "This isn't it. Not yet." Success in venture capital isn't about avoiding risk. It's about mastering the risk that matters. Knowing when to sprint and when to walk away. Knowing that every no brings you closer to the yes that changes everything. The weight of saying no, to walk away from a $10 million deal, could feel like betrayal to yourself, to your partners, to the deal itself. But remember this, it's the loud yeses without deep conviction that cause the real damage. The deals that drain your soul, your time, your capital, without delivering the impact you crave. This is why you can't settle for just good enough. This is why you push past comfort and conformity. Because your role is bigger than just closing deals. You're the gatekeeper of transformation. You're the one who holds the power to fund freedom instead of fear, to back vision instead of vanity, to uplift individuality instead of mass conformity. And the power? That power is yours when you stop fearing the backlash and start valuing your own judgment above all else. When you make peace with walking away. Walking away isn't quitting. It's the raw courage to preserve your fire, to keep your mission alive. To the investors watching this, feeling the tension now, that gnawing unease, lean into it. Don't silence it. That feeling is your truth clawing its way up. It's calling you to be better than the system that rewards the routine and punishes the rare. Because in a world full of noise, choosing to walk away, to say no to the tempting, the flashy, the easy, is the most radical and powerful thing you can do. If this hits you, if your heart races and your brain won't shut off, good. That means you remember who you really are. Not just a number, not a follower, a creator, a rebel, a rare individual hungry for something more than just returns. You want transformation, impact, freedom. So walk away from the deal that turns your soul cold and lean into the ones that light your fire. Because the investors who last, who change the game, don't run after every opportunity. They run after the ones that speak to their very core. And sometimes, the bravest move is to just walk away. So ask yourself, not am I missing out, but am I missing who I really want to be? Because that answer will decide everything.